Hello, everyone, and welcome to comics. Not really comics, just Nola Nerd video number whatever. Because
Yeah, you know, it'll be on the thing.
sure,
Why do you have to keep track for you? You
What?
keep track for yourself. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, America.
I really just think it's something I should know if I'm starting these videos off.
No.
I'm starting to feel bad.
No,
That
the
I-
hell with them.
All right, fair enough. We are the Nola Nerds. I am Matthew,
I'm Chris.
and this is our basically in honor of Pixar's new movie Brave coming out. We are going to break down our favorite Pixar movies of all time. Just because we're about to go see Brave and figured what the hell, it's time to everyone loves lists.
Right, the internet's full of lists.
I mean, and this issue is brought to you by Goldfish because they are so delicious. Gotta go fishing. No, nothing.
I hate
All
my
right.
life.
Whatever. They were on sale. I love it. I bought like 8 packs.
Of course you did.
So
Why
good.
wouldn't you?
All right, why don't we go into our list?
Please, let's.
Well, let's going down the list of the available movies, and then so Pixar's only actually made 13 movies
Yes.
as of now, which just it seems like so much more, but whatever.
It really does.
Toy Story was the first, which making you feel dated. 95.
Yeah.
And that's just wow.
Yeah.
Someone was like, no, it came out in 99. I'm like, nope.
Not even a little
Nope, that
bit.
was Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
They're like, I knew there was a Toy Story. I'm like, yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah. not
Starting
even
off
a
the
little
whole wave of CG movie, just everything.
bit.
I don't know. They've also been, so you got the 3 Toy Story movies.
Yep.
Bugs Life, Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, Incredibles, Cars 1 and 2, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up, and finally we've got Brave. Check out, look for our review of the movie coming shortly after we see it. But
Which, it's a prerequisite.
this is not about Brave. This is about every movie preceding Brave.
Yes. Yes, it is.
For the most part, Pixar's had a almost phenomenal track record with only one dropping into average. I wouldn't even say bad, just not as good as the pedigree allows. They are also one of the few studios to break the stigma of sequels and actually making a trilogy of phenomenal movies, each one just as loved as the preceding one, being the Toy Story franchise, which Chris hasn't
For
seen.
some.
Because he was afraid as a kid that his toys actually were coming to life. And so this movie tickles a phobia of his that makes me laugh so hard because you're a grown-ass man.
Yep. I don't care.
But
I'm
he
not
doesn't
saying-
want to watch it
Nope.
because
don't care.
talking toys
Creep
makes
me
him,
out.
makes him sad.
No,
So
creeps me out. Not
I
sad.
love it. So you won't see any Toy Story movies in his.
Nope.
But let's start off, I guess let's work our way up.
Okay, so from
Number 5. Number 5 for me is going to be Up.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Just on the sheer lack of, like, number 5 was actually the hardest to choose.
Yes.
I loved from the opening moments to the whole movie. It was also the first time when Pixar decided to be a little dark. It had blood. It had violence.
I had sadness.
It had lots
So
of
much
soul-crushing sadness.
Yes.
But so yeah, I'm going with Up.
My number 5 is Monsters, Inc. I had a lot of trouble with this one, too. I wasn't really... I think it's very imaginative, but I just don't like, buddy cop things. And I don't really care for the music.
All right,
That's it.
fair enough. Let's move on to number 4. What you got for number 4?
Number 4 is Finding Nemo, which is another film that's visually gorgeous and a lot of fun. It's not as good as the top 3 for me, at any rate.
Okay.
But it's the best of the rest.
Number 4 for me is Toy Story 3, which I find I enjoy the most out of all the 3. It has higher stakes. It has the whole band together. It just feels like it's a bigger movie that's built on the success of the other 2. And it also has a tear-jerking finale that just shows what the passage of time can do. And overall, I loved it. The whole heist, breaking out of jail scheme was well done. A lot of humor. I loved it. But my favorite of the Toy Stories, Toy Story Trizzle. Word. Speaking of Trizzle, we move on to number 3. WALL-E. For me, it's number 3. I don't know what it is about WALL-E. I love that movie. The first half being almost a silent film, and then the second half being your more standard Pixar fare, but the characters were very endearing, and I love the relationship of almost no words, and just everything about the movie. It made me happy. I guess that's all it really comes down to. What you got for number Trizzle? What you have to say, number Trizzle?
Number 3.
Damn it! I thought I had you there with my logic.
Number 3 is Ratatouille.
It would be.
It would be. It's a concept that shouldn't work as a film about a cooking rat and weird Frenchness, but it does. I find it very endearing and sweet.
You only picked it because of Patton Oswalt.
That has nothing to do with it.
It has a lot to do with it.
It has like 25% to do with it.
Because we are huge fans of Patton Oswalt.
Yes, but that's not the only reason why. Because it is, even without it, it's a legitimately great addition.
Okay.
For me.
There we go.
Yeah.
Number 2, what you got?
Number 2 is WALL-E, and it's literally all the reasons you said. I love the whole silent first half. I could watch that forever. I don't... Yeah, the second half is kind of hit or miss for me. But the first half, it's great.
Okay. Number 2 for me is Finding Nemo, because I'm better than you and I can notice good things. And what do you know? Brought to you by Goldfish. I do things like this just for the look on your face. I don't know what it is. This is the Pixar movie. I would say I've seen the most, but that's actually not true. But it's one of the most memorable for me. The colors, the just visual effects of it, the story of the father looking for his son, the humor of the movie. Ellen DeGeneres nailed her role. I mean, this movie had everything you could ever hope, and the fact that it's still not on Blu-ray mystifies and angers me.
It's coming to 3D, so it might be on Blu-ray later this year.
That's fine. I really just... The fact that they haven't released it yet bothers me. I want it. I want to own it on a high-def format. I know.
There.
So let's go number 1.
Yeah.
I think
you will all be pleasantly surprised.
Yes. Being as it's from a place called the Nola Nerds podcast, and we're the Nola Nerds primarily. We do video games.
Yeah, whatever.
But whatever. The Incredibles, number 1. What's your number 1?
It's The Incredibles.
Oh my God!
How
You're
random!
So good.
What a crazy random happenstance.
I cannot wait for the proposed sequel if it ever happens. I don't care. I want it.
The Incredibles is the perfect Fantastic Four movie.
It's one of the best comic movies.
It is,
hands down.
It is. I love the art style. I love all the the superhero tropes they throw at it.
But they take they base a movie almost completely on cliche, and they make it work so well.
Yeah,
it's a fresh take on everything, just from the family dynamic to the sidekick turned villain to the down and out superhero who wants to come out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything about it, and the humor is just fantastic.
It's a little more adult than most other.
There's a lot of up here jokes.
Yeah,
that you would get if you were a longtime comic book fans.
It's true.
Not to mention Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone.
That's pretty great.
I know. Was that predates his Avengers work,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So, but I think it's after his Unbreakable.
It is.
Okay. So it's not his first superhero film. Whatever.
Technically, I think that would count as Die Hard.
It's one of my favorites.
What?
Frozone.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
And, oh, God, what's his name? The actor that plays the villain.
Oh, Jason Lee.
Yeah, Jason Lee. I wanted to say Jason Brody. That's not his name.
His name is Brody in Mallrats.
Yeah, that's why I think I wanted to call him that.
No.
He was great.
He was
I love him as a voice actor. He's so good. He's so smarmy when he wants to be.
I know. Well, maybe he'll stick to voice acting. Instead of Chipmunk sequels.
You know what? Oh. Anyway, hey, look, it's the doorbell. We're gonna keep on going. You know what? Why don't we just talk about our least favorite? Because everyone loves the hated.
The least favorite is Cars 2.
Why don't you go answer the door and I'll start talking about
Cars 2.
Hurry up, and then you can come up and tell why you hate Cars 2. We're professional. Anyway, so Cars 2 is a sequel to a movie I enjoyed. I like the first Cars. It's not one of their best. It's definitely not one of their worst. Problem with the sequel was it took a factor that was already grating a bit in the first one, which is Larry the Cable Guy's Mater character, and instead of him being a minor character that kind of burst in, it's like Jay and Silent Bob. They work in doses, and they're fun, but when you try and craft an entire movie around them, it grinds to a screeching halt of annoyance. I was basically just getting to the point where I said that the reason Cars 2 sucks is because they made the focus on Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, Cars 2 is a gigantic wet fart.
It's not. Stop saying that.
It's
not.
It
wasn't. If you took him out of it, it was still a good movie.
Except he's in 75% of it. So basically, it's a short. Basically, you're saying you love the short Cars 2. Not actual Cars 2.
Because the premise is so cool. You take the Indy 500 of the first movie and turn it into like a world travel circuit.
Grand Prix, yeah.
You get a lot of jokes about other different nationality of car makings and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it would have been great.
But it's just ground under the boot heel of Larry the Cable Guy's mouth, just opening and talking.
I will say the one shining part of it is Finn McMissile.
Yes.
Voiced by Michael Caine. It's fantastic.
Alfred. He was very good in it. And I mean, and that's what I was missing. And even the fact that McQueen was barely even in the movie. He goes from being the big boy to essentially what Mater was in the first movie. They flopped the roles, and it killed me.
It did.
And I understand you wanted to do like a Johnny English, like Mr. Bean style, like.
Was Johnny English the first thing he popped to?
It's the same guy.
I know,
but you know what? Because Johnny English was a spy, asshole.
It's dumb. That's
anyway, but it's the same concept where he get mistaken identity, hilarity ensues. He bumbles his way to success. La da da. And that would have worked fine if it was practically anybody other than Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah,
can't stand his voice.
We just don't like him.
He is the lowest common denominator, and the fact that they decided to base an entire Pixar franchise off of him.
Kind of shameful.
It really is, and that is the only reason Pixar does not have a 100% track record.
That's true.
Let me crunch the numbers real quick. Make calculator noises. That's a 92% success rate.
That's an A.
That is still an A.
That's still an A. Good job, Pixar.
They're 12 for 13. And hopefully, after today... Wait, hold on. Never mind. 13 is actually Brave. So, we can't really say that until we've seen Brave.
More mess.
So... Still a 92% if you average up. It's a 91.6.
If you don't average up, it's a B+.
91.6 is still an A. What's wrong with you? We work on the college big boy system.
The 10-point scale. I don't think that's the big boy. I think that's the come on, little baby, I'll help you get through this class.
Fine. If Brave is good, there'll be an A.
If to be or not to be, that's the question, Brave.
To brave or not to brave.
I liked mine better.
No, because it's a B.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I got it.
Anyway, we're the Nola Nerds. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And we're off to see Brave.
Later.
Trizzle. Goldfish.
Shut up about the fucking goldfish.